my division, it's the Magnus Division. So obviously you've got myself winning 186.91 to 147.58. You've got Doug 186.58 losing to Jack 201.76. And that don't know where that came from because he was winning all the way through until the end. Yeah, Laxdale Legends 173.61 up against Leeds Lassos 254.78. Hot Shot Skelmersdale Hot Shot Hot Dogs 193.75 going up against the high scoring EK Colts 215.38. Portsmouth Pirates 184.5 up against the Warnerbury Warriors 226.39. Both 6 and 6 now. You've got Stoke on Bengals 211.62 coming up against Poor Arthur 191.96, which would have won quite a few games, but not today.
Not today.
Or this weekend. But no, it's been all change in the league there.
Yeah, so the Leeds Lassos of now top 10-2, so well and truly in the playoffs and looking good for a top 2 spot. But Stoke and Bengals and yourself, Johnny, now on a wee roll there, right behind 9-3. You'll be looking for that bye week, I'm sure.
Well, we play each other next week, so that'll be fun.
And then, well, that's going to be the decider then, because you've got Whitworth Rockstars in 4th are now 2 games behind. So
yeah,
they are kind of out of the top 3 reckoning. But for a playoff spot, it's absolutely wide open now. You've got 5, 6, 7, 8, all 6 and 6.
You could even Rotherham if they get the right results, because
There's 2 games to go. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I would say Laxdale Legends are now out of that. Although, I mean, they could win 2 games and sneak in, but you can't imagine that the rest of them are all going to lose. But I mean, that's what it's all about now. So Portsmouth Pirates and Doug top head Niners, they both got bad losses this week. That's that hurts. So that hurts them going into this week, and it brings so many others into it.
Well, they both fell down 3 spots. That's a tough one, Mike.
Yeah, it's a great win for Warner Bay Warriors, because that puts them 6 and 6 and the Portsmouth Pirates 6 and 6. So it's a tremendous win, 226 points as well. So coming into some form, our Warner Bay Warriors have got Prescott in there, who's showing that it wasn't just a wee flash in the pan in the middle there. He's scoring consistently now, week on week. He's got a problem with Eckler, though. Eckler just does not look like Eckler, does he?
No, he's not this season. Not since the first game before he got injured. He's looked pretty bad whenever he's been playing.
Yeah, I'm not convinced he's that's a problem for me. Can you drop Austin Eckler? If you leave Austin Eckler on your bench and he goes and scores 35 points, you're going to get laughed at,
Well, that's the thing. There's a good chance that could happen. So you don't really want to take that chance. But...
And when you look at, I mean, Warner Bay Warriors are running into a bit of form. Look at what they've got in the bench as well. You've got London there. You've got Christian Watson. Finally maybe had his breakout game for the year and will kick on. Both his defenders, 17, 20, and 20 points on the bench. So he's got options there. So yeah, Warner Bay Warriors looking quite strong. And I mean, Portsmouth Pirates, they scored 184 points. It wasn't a bad week. It just wasn't a great week, and he ran into a big score, leaving Stroud on the bench for it's Mahomes, isn't it? But here's your problem, when you've got Stroud and Pickett and Mahomes all there, it's going to not be great for you, But yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have made a difference in the end, and it's it drags them into the cat fight now, for the top 6, which is not good. And then the other one, it was a great win for Whitworth Rockstars, beating top head Niners. That's 7 and 5 now, and pretty, yes, they're not mathematically, and yes, they can. And with all they're only 1 game ahead. They're only 1 game ahead of 8th, but they've got the lead, Johnny. It's in their hands.
It's like I suppose. Like for all the time, it looked like he was going to lose. Then suddenly, boom, he was. It must have been late Sunday night. The game changed a lot. Obviously, Doug needed. I think it's because Doug had Fields playing. They thought Fields was going to get more. That's why they thought he was still going to get through.
It's, but it's I mean,
it's a sore one, but
it's one of those ones. He's got options on the bench as well, does Doug? He's got Deontay Johnson there, who's going to do better than that. You would like to think. Sutton's there, he's scoring. Atwell's starting to get a few touches again. Otten's doing okay. He's got Brooks on the bench, 33 points last week. So he's got options. Pierce is sitting there who'll get more touches the more fitter he gets. Gibson's always an option if you've not got anything there, So
you could understand not playing Brooks this week, though. The last 2 weeks he scored 5 points against worse teams. Comes up against the 49ers and scores 33.
Yeah, that's
like, you don't know where that came from. So. But yes, but no, he's still doing all right. You know what I mean?
No, 6 and 6. Listen, it's 6 and 6 is there. You win, but the thing is, you're going to need to win 2 games now. There's too many teams there. Not, what winning this week doesn't put you in. Whereas if Whitworth Rockstars wins this week, I would say they're in.
Yeah,
and they're playing Laxdale Legends, who's kind of chucked away a couple of players and stuff now. So they've got Laxdale Legends this week. So if they can go and beat Laxdale Legends, who are effectively playing for nothing, they're waiting on the playoffs now. They can't make. Well, they could make it actually. They could get to 6.
Potentially, but you'd have the other ones. Well, it'd be tough because Portsmouth Pirates are playing EK Colts, so that's 2 6 and 6s.
Yeah, so one of them's going to win, but one of them's going to lose.
Rotherham are playing Arthur. The tough one there is for Doug, though, because he's up against Leeds Lassos.
Yeah, Doug's got Doug's.
He's got the hard one there.
That's that's harsh for Well, it's not harsh; it's the way it goes. But yeah, that's he's got to pull one out the bag, because if Doug loses this week, I'm just he's got a mountain to climb, because he's got less points than the rest of them as well.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
The rest of the 6 6s, he's the lowest point scorer of the 6 6s. So if he loses this week, he's going to need to do something absolutely spectacular in the final week, and he's going to need them all to fall apart for him to get there, because Portsmouth Pirates...
He is playing Laxdale Legends in week 14. And the Stars. EK Colts are playing the Warnaby Warriors in weeks 14, so that's a 2 6 and 6s.
That's a 2 6 and 6s, yeah.
So
but
it's definitely, it's going to be hard.
But there's every chance that Warnaby Warriors versus EK Colts is 2 7 6s next week, in which point they're kind of both almost in, So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. There's some big games. It's a must-win for Doug. He cannot lose that game. If Doug loses, I would say that his chances are gone.
Yes.
If Whitworth wins, winning, they're pretty much in. EK Colts and Portsmouth Pirates, the winners looking good, the losers got all to do in final week. Warnaby Warriors needs a win couldn't come in up against a better game in the Hot Dog Hot Shots. And you've got Stoke-on Bengals, Johnny, and it is going to be literally that is going to decide who gets the seed and who doesn't.
Yeah, because they've scored more points. So,
and then you've got Arthur in the final week, so you're looking good there. And Stoke's playing Rotherham Raiders, so they'll probably win that one too. They're down. I mean, Rotherham Raiders, let's not forget, they're still sitting there at 5 and 7. They're not out of this yet.
Yeah, we both need a kicker. Because I've got Tucker and he's got Bass, so we're both missing a kicker.
Yeah, you're both. He's missing Komet, he's missing Diggs.
Yeah.
Oh, James, you're missing a fair few, aren't you? You're missing Addison.
Oh, yeah, I'm missing all that. So I'm just...
Yes.
It's going to be an anticlimax game to decide second place, but I don't care. I'm in the playoffs. That's what matters.
Listen, it might decide first place. It's Leeds Lassos aren't away and gone yet. But yeah, so that game will basically decide who gets a bye and who doesn't. And you know yourself, Johnny, that bye can be absolute godsend, because how many times in our home league does the first seed get beat by the 8th seed in the first round of the playoffs, because our players just put the bed, So getting that bye week means that you don't have to worry about playing an 8th seed or a 7th seed and getting stung. You're straight into
they're high scoring teams as well. That's the problem with the teams in the middle. They've all been scoring really well. I've scored nothing much the last 2 weeks, but managed to get 2 wins. So.
But it's
missing. I hate to say it, I'm missing Cousins.
Yeah, well, that's you are missing Cousins, but what can you do? You know, that's
Although Stafford scored 30 odd points this week, that was a nice surprise.
exactly. There's the one you can afford to lose the most is a quarterback. Always, you know, it's when you lose your star receiver, when you lose a Jefferson or you lose a Barkley or a Taylor or a
Yeah,
CMC. That's when you're really screwed. But you lose a quarterback, you can find someone to plug in. That's why I don't understand people sitting with 3 and 4 of them on the bench. It's just you don't need them.